Let us start today. Today's topic will be on US stock markets. So we'll study something relevant to our US stocks. So coming to the US stock markets. So today we are going to learn about the basics of stock markets which is happening across US. So US stock markets, today's the basics will be taught. What are the indices, what are the profits, the similar things we have studied on our what you can say uh, in Indian stock markets. So coming to the stocks, right? So here we also do two kind of things. One is investing, another is trading. When we talk about investing in US stocks. So what are the popular stocks? We heard every day multiple companies, right? We have the Amazon, we have the Google, or what is we call as currently Alphabet. Okay, we have companies like what you can say multiple companies I have already listed down. So these are the popular what we call as the big companies in my US. Apple. I am just listening the big company names. We have IBM. We have PepsiCo. What else? We have Disney, Goldman Sachs, Disney, Goldman Sachs, Goldman Sachs, Goldman Sachs. So these are investing in stocks. Basically, these are the most popular stocks. There are thousands of stocks like we listed in NSE and BSE. Similarly, we have investing in US stocks where you can invest in small cap companies, mid cap companies, and the large cap companies. So these are all the large cap companies if you compare with India. So in India, we have spoken about the Nifty index. Here we are going to talk about US 300, or what we call as Dow Jones Industrial Index. So before going to the index, I will tell you what are the other things apart from investing in US stocks. Now coming to trading. Sorry. I hope this is visible. Most probably by next week I will be putting it across the board in that, so that it will be clearly visible. Now coming to trading. Trading in US stocks. Although from India it is not possible, but who are in US they can easily uh, do in intraday. Okay, so now coming to trading in US stocks, you can trade in any of these stocks. So the basics are almost similar what we have in US and what we have in India. You can trade these kind of stocks. So Amazon futures. So when we talk about trading, it includes both futures as well as options. Futures and options. Okay. So Amazon futures you can buy or sell. Similarly, Google futures. Similarly, Nvidia futures. Then 4 is Apple futures. Then 5 is IBM futures. Then 6 is PepsiCo futures. Then what are the stocks are there? Disney futures. And then we have Goldman Sachs futures. So every stocks will be having some kind of future value based on the current price of the moment of the stocks. You can trade in futures. So these are basically for what you can say we call as the derivative trading. Sorry guys, just a second. Sorry guys for the interruption. So every stock will be having a corresponding trading values. So similarly, like we have different kind of Amazon. Let's say if anybody wants to trade with options, right? Amazon will be having call and put. What we studied in what is Google will be having call and put. Call and put. Similarly, Nvidia will be having call and put. We'll study when we go derivatives in detail what is call put we will study, but for the timing you just mention this. Then we'll be having Apple call and a put. Then we have IBM futures, similarly call and a put. Call and put, similarly all these things. So for investing in stocks, there are thousand number of stocks in US, small cap stocks, mid cap stocks, what we have. So we have different indices in stocks as well. So now coming to different indices, this is called what you can say invest in this kind of stocks. There are thousands of stocks. So where you will find the stock list, I'm going to say in my next in this coming session. So like in if you see my day one session of the video, there I have talked about different indices of the stock market in India. Like we have similarly in US also we have different indices. One is first is US 30. That what we call as the Dow Jones Dow Jones Industrial Index. When we heard about the news, right? Dow increases by 300 points, means the listed companies of the 30. I mean, 30 listed stocks of the US market went up by this percentage. That is called Dow Jones Industrial Index. Now we have US 100. That is what we call as NASDAQ. NASDAQ listed companies. Okay, these are mostly tech companies. Most tech companies are included under the US 100. Okay, this is one index. Okay, now we have US 500. So these are mid cap companies. Listed in American stock market. Okay, now we have Russell 200, Russell 2000 index. So almost these are the small cap companies. Small cap companies listed in US. So like in India we have SEBI as a regulator, and who regulates all these things? These are regulated by SEC. SEC of US. Like we have SEBI in India where they regulate what you can say the exchanges of Indian market. Similarly in US market SEC regulates these markets. So 30 means 30 listed companies, 100 means 100 listed companies, 500 means 500 listed companies, 2000 means 2000 listed companies are there in the company. I mean in the what you can say listed in US. So whenever the news comes, right, the Dow index rose up like 2%. So the listed companies of the 30 companies increases by 2%. So what are the current values? Currently it is running at? It is running at like 48,173. Okay, this value. Now this runs around like 25 somewhere around 248 as of now. Today is 1st of January 2026. 2026. Okay, US 500 is now currently trading at 6845. 6845. Okay, or this is what we call the US 500, or we call it S&P 500. When we talk about S&P 500 has gone down by 5%, then you have to index that S&P 500 companies goes down here. Okay, and this is now trading at like 2482. So these are the values. Like in index, like Nifty, right now Nifty is trading at 26k, where there are 50 companies, but in US 30 there are only 30 companies now, which is currently trading at 48,173. US 100, that is NASDAQ 100. That is what called as the QQQ. You might have heard the QQQ. So that is US 100 listed companies that is currently trading at 25 to 48. US 500 is S&P 500. When we talk about S&P 500, the listed companies are the mid cap companies which are in US. So they are at 6845. And Russell 2000 is the small cap companies listed in US, which is called as 2482, which is currently trading today. That is as of now, 1st of January 2026. So we have US 30 index, US 100, US 500 and Russell 2000. So where you can go and see these kind of values, where you can list it. We have a trading app called as investing.com. Investing.com is a very good app for seeing all American markets. That is an app is also there, or you can directly log into this web browser and can see this index, what are the current index values inside it. Okay. And when we put in the Google, what are the 30 companies listed, what is 100 companies, what is 500 companies, 2000 companies, everything you can easily find out. Okay. So like in mostly NASDAQ companies, there are two big companies. If I talk about US 30 in my previous session, I talked about Meta, Google, Amazon, all those things. In US 100, there are two major leaders. One is the Tesla stock, which is people's favorite, and another stock, what is called Tesla along with Meta. Tesla and Meta are not included in US 30. Tesla and Meta are included in Tesla and Meta stocks. Both are included in the US 100 stocks. In US 30, other stocks are included. US 30, if you go US 30, you will get like, what you can say, Nvidia, Apple, Amazon, then Microsoft, Amazon we have done, Nvidia we have done, the three bigger companies, Amazon, Microsoft, then the Google. Okay. So when we talk about the always in the news that comes, right, the market has moved this many points, that many points, the magnificent seven stocks are giving phenomenal returns in the markets. So when we talk about magnificent seven in US stock market, these are the all seven companies: Nvidia, Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, Google, Tesla, and Meta. So these are called the magnificent seven. Magnificent seven of American stock market. So every time whenever there is a manipulations happening in the market, people used to say that they manipulate these seven stocks which change the indices of the, what you can say, which you see there is an index changes happening like 2%, 3% when there is a bigger fall in the market. So the magnificent seven are currently running the market. Although there are 30 companies here, 100 companies here, 500 companies here Russell 2000, there are so many companies being listed out here. But the magnificent seven of the American stock market is this: Nvidia, Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, Google, Tesla, and Meta. And we talked about FANG and MANG companies. These are almost the similar companies. FANG and MANG, almost the same. MANG means Meta, Apple, Amazon, N for Nvidia, and G for Google. Okay. The FANG is nothing but initially it was calling as Facebook. The Facebook name has got changed to Meta, and the rest all are similar. So FANG companies, MANG companies are nothing but just the naming conventions people give it. And magnificent seven are like Nvidia, Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, Google, Tesla, and Meta. So that you got an idea what kind of indices we have in American markets: US 30, US 100, US 500, and Russell 2000. Okay. So these are the current values which is being currently written. So what is the app you need to download? That is the investing.com app. You can download it and you can see the indices. Okay. I hope it's clear now. At least what are indices in stocks, what are indices in US stock markets. So what does Indian government can do? How an Indian can invest in US stock markets? I'm only talking about investment, not trading. Okay. So one is the preferably I do is what you can say IND money, and then there are other brokers like SDFC also they give, and ICICI also they give, where you can buy US ETFs. So something what you can say traded funds you can use, and then where you can buy stocks, ETF. Okay. So what does do we have called liberalized remittance scheme, LRS. LRS schemes allows Indians to invest in American stock market up to 2 crore rupees as per the liberalized remittance scheme, which allows Indians to invest in American markets up to 2 crore rupees. That is a legal way. So where you can invest in US stock markets, it is up to your choice which stocks you want to invest it and which stocks you want to go for it. Okay. So these are the two mechanisms where you can invest in US stock markets. Currently, Indians are not allowed to trade in American markets. Trade in American markets. So when we talked about Indians are not allowed to trade, that means you cannot do what you can say option buying. What I talked about the call option and put options, and option selling, that is cancel CE and PE. Okay, you can't do future buying and future selling. Future buying and future selling. Sorry, there is no CP concept. So basically, Indians are not allowed to trade in American markets. However, they are allowed to invest in US stock markets. So as per the LRS schemes, you are allowed to do up to 2 crores of investing, and you can't trade in options. Options is because flow money is very high, risk and volatility is there. So in American stock market, for Indians can't do it. But a citizen who is in US, he can do everything. He can invest wherever he wants to put his own money. But we as Indians sitting in India can't do option buying or option selling or future buying or future selling. That Indians are not allowed at this moment of time. Maybe if there is some rule change happen currently as per the rule in India, if something happens, I will let you know. But currently it is not allowed. Okay. So this is where you can invest. Okay. So okay. What else? I talked about US 30 companies, these companies. Okay. What are the few basic things you must know? Uh, I talked about investing. We will study what you can say different patterns, candlestick patterns, as well as what you can say other patterns in the market. But as of now, I've given the overview of what you can say Indian markets, sorry, US markets, how many companies are there, how many indices are there, what kind of study we are going to study in it, and we have like what you can say uh, intraday, future, options, everything, those things we are going to do in trading things. So, like investing, as per now, I'm in the Dow Jones Index, which is now currently trading at 48K, 48173. We'll go with what you can say day wise trading in my subsequent classes, where the American markets opens and where the market closes. So, those things will go over live sessions in the coming days, but we'll study some kind of technical analysis of the markets. Okay, how the candle 15 minutes. Now go to the timing the market. Okay, we'll go with, okay, for the timing today it's done. I mean, I will say that, I mean, American markets are currently trading somewhere around where, let me pull out the report for you. Just a second. Sorry, I'm coming. Sorry guys, I mean, so this is the app I was talking about. So mostly this is investing.com app, where you can analyze your trades. So, so this is that app which will show like this. You can log in via your Gmail account, your Apple account, anything you wish to. I cannot show my credentials. So, so you have to install that investing.com app, and then you can easily able to go through that indices. Okay. So this app will look like this. You can add the, I mean, indices. You can scroll it if you want any kind of indices. You can go through it. You see, this is US 30, which I spoke about, US 500, US Tech 100, and then Russell 2000, which I talked about right few minutes before. So US 30 stocks, that is currently running the Dow Jones Industrial Index, that is currently running at 48K as of now with 1st of January. US 30, then we have what you can say US 500, US Tech 100, then US 2000. These are the current indices values. Now coming to different kind of, we have already studied American market, sorry, US market, India market. Now today is the session for American market, so I was just showing through this. Okay. So let us go to the US futures. So now coming to the investment of what you can say, uh, what you can say, where you can invest the money in India by sitting in India, how you can invest. Uh, so these are some few of the stocks which I have taken it. What you can say, for longer time frame for US stocks. Okay. So now coming to, I have invested most of the companies in small cap. Okay. So the largest, what you can say, profit I made in few of the US stocks was, so I'll reveal in my video. So let's say now coming to the stocks where you can find the US stocks. There you see there is IND stocks, then US stocks, my IND stocks, then funds, then Instacash. Instacash is your eligible list. Uh, okay. You see the companies of US stock markets, the top mega cap, large cap, mid cap, and small cap. Okay. So you can see the Oracle, Wells Fargo, Mastercard, Tesla, Meta, everything is there. You can directly buy from this stock, I mean from this app. You can sell it as well. I mean, okay. Now you want to invest in some small cap companies, you can directly check here which are the percentage they are giving it. These are like intraday gains. You see today some stock is given 134% in a single day. So some are intraday, some are what you can say, too high kind of stocks, very risky kind of stocks, right? I mean, okay. So you can buy and sell all small cap, mid cap, and large cap stocks directly from this what you can say, from this app, and can invest as well. So today is the day one of the stock. So today I've just given you the entire overview, the description of all the stock markets. So today the markets are closed in US. So mostly this is the study purpose which I've just gone through it, and you hopefully you are going to implement in your what you can say investing journey. Thank you for watching. Please like and share and subscribe to my channel for more such updates. So in the coming days I am going to teach more about derivatives, how you can make money in derivatives. As for US people, for US stock people, they can listen to my podcast series on this trading on indices, and Indian people can study the, I mean, trading on indices, especially on Nifty and Bank Nifty for Indians, and for US they can study about Dow Jones and NASDAQ as well as Russell 2000 index. Thank you. And finally, wishing you a happy new year to all my subscribers.